already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Jets. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, baby. Let's go! Come on, baby. Let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Check. The mic. Check. 45 the mic. Ready?
On first down, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Big hold of the 30. On the catch, it's Crowder. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. They'll give this to Bell running right. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Darnold. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Check. 51 on the mic. Mike 51. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
Here we go.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, take him.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check. Hey, 59, ready. Check, check.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, Ryan. This complete to Jones. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I know he ain't got it. One twist. Face. 51 for Mike, boy. 51. Hey.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Evans. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
At the 37-yard
Let's get
line.
it. 22 by 22. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now, I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. Flushed out right. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Young lady. 45, 45. Mike, 45. Know your job.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his 1st kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Second and 4 at the 25-yard line.
On second down, it's Freeman. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Chris Wormley. From the 50, it's Darnold. Going to throw right side here, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's still first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second.
An intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
45. Mike, 45.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 21 yards there on third down.
10 yards to go.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance. With what they're doing, I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now, lady. That's 22, that's 22. Yo.
Again, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. It's a gain of 5, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the Jets turning to Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal try. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Check the backer, check the backer. Gun. I got you. Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. 21. Hey. Check 15, check 15.
Throwing again. Ryan. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Ryan now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready, blue 80, like 25, 21. Mike 51, Mike 51. They can't hang with us. Go.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go one more.
To throw again. Ryan. He's going to fire one deep. He's got it at the 15. A gain of 32 that time. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And down he goes, but He takes it up to the 40.
A gain of 15. And the Falcon first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, let's bring it.
Here's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Complete to Jones. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Hey, bye-bye. Hey, 59, ready.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Looking in zone for... And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 26, they'll line up on second and 4. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. The big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Throwing on second and 8. Darnold. And that's complete. It's Green here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 22 yards there, a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here we go, son. Squeeze, double. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even. Watch 14.
Here's Darnold. And it's caught. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, Couldn't turn it into much more.
We're going to set. 45. Check Mike 45. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Darnold keeps it, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Sam Darnold, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. So it was second and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. Second down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Ito Smith, his first carry, looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
11.
Here's Ryan to throw. He completes it to Jones. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Well, sometimes it doesn't appear like much. The out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. The reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At the Jets 7-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line.
Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Darnold now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10.
He's checking crowd. And 80.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
At the Falcons' 27-yard line.
Hey, wahoo! 45, Mike.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Darnold. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Deron Payne able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I felt there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he's brought down after a very nice game. That one good for 26 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Smith. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Ryan. They'll let this go for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Jets take over at their own 25-yard line. The Jets take over first at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Darnold. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
45. Mike.
He's back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but it's going to be 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York.
3 down, 3 down.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Down, ready, right 25. I don't even know why this team showed up. Check 31, check 31.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Freeman again. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
36, 36. 51.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
At their own 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Darnold. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Darnold now to throw. And it's caught by Herndon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Darnold. Dancing to his left. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Throwaway and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Darnold to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Back to throw, Darnold, escaping the pressure right. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense.